Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's episode of the 5e monster review are the Beholders. So we got the Beholder, the Death Tyrant, and the Spectator. There's really not much that I would change about either of them except for, the balancing out of the armor class and hit points. Again, I've already covered this in how do you build a tank and just how you build NPCs in general, and that is if you want something to be hard to beat, then you do three things. You make the encounter have multiple obstacles, so that could be traps or that could be NPCs that your party has to fight. And typically with that one you would usually have one or two more than the party. Now, for a tank, and also for any NPC really, but mostly for tanks, what you're gonna do for building them is you're gonna either have high AC and low HP, or high HP and low AC. The reason for that is because if you have something that is really difficult to hit, but have a lot of health, there's just really no point to it, because the chances of you hitting that thing is supposed to be low. Let's say you even deal damage, alright? Let's say you roll an 18 to beat the Beholder, or a 19 to beat the Death Tyrant, or even, 14 to beat the Spectator. The Spectator's actually pretty damn balanced compared to the other things, actually. But for the Death Tyrant and the Beholder, 18 AC or 19 AC for HP of 180 or 187 is way too much. That is a lot of armor for a lot of HP. Just reduce that armor to 15 or 14 and you can keep that HP right there. Or if you want that armor to be 18 or 19, then reduce that HP. The reason for that is because when it comes to damage rolls, especially when it comes to, for instance, the Beholder and the Spectator and all the Death Tyrants that are middle eye negates magic, so, spells are out of the question if the Beholder's looking at you. Boy, even if it's like a save, and if they fail to save, they have to roll for damage, the chances of them taking max to even close to max damage, it's not gonna be consistent. The average is about, the average roll is literally either hitting the average, slightly above the average, maybe one or two numbers above, or even less than that. So if you're hitting average damage, or even less than that, and you have to beat an insanely high AC, your players are not gonna like that. Again, the Spectator is actually pretty damn decent. It's pretty damn good. And honestly, the rest of these monsters are just that, really, where it's just a discrepancy between the armor and HP. That's literally about it. Maybe sometimes there's speed, and that's kind of, what I would say is the bigger issue. Other than what the some other monsters where they have just the worst abilities ever. Aboleth, excuse me. And also, I just don't like ability scores and skills that 5e has. So really, that's just my personal opinion. But again, when it comes from a game design mechanic standpoint, if you already have something that is really, really hard to hit, not deal damage, but to hit, and then beneath that, rolling good damage is just as pain in the ass as hitting the damn target, that's annoying, and that really discourages people from wanting to do combat. I would reduce for the Beholder and the Death Tyrant, because the Spectator is perfectly fine. Keep the armor at 18 or 19, sure, totally fine. And then I would reduce that HP to 80. That's pretty much really it. I don't really see an issue with their speed, their passive perception, language, condition stuff. I don't really see anything really stands out. I think the legendary actions are fine. I think the actions are fine. The anti-magic cone, the negative energy cone, I think it's all pretty damn good. I think it is, it's nice. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on what you might do to change and balance out the Death Tyrant and Beholder, maybe even the Spectator, if that's what you feel like. Leave them down in the comment section below. I would really love to hear your thoughts. Next episode is going to be about the Blights, so I'm really looking forward to that. And as far as I can tell, the Blights are actually pretty damn fun. Farviking. Skål!